In any aspect of our business, we can only improve what we can measure. So, reports are the best way to measure the effectiveness of our campaigns, our automations, our social posts, our digital ads, our landing pages. So, let's walk through what each of the reports are and what we can glean from looking at them. So, in our Mailchimp account, obviously, we are going to click on the reports button. So, let's do that. So here we're going to see that we can see reports for campaigns, comparative if you have a pro plan or a premium plan, automations, and landing pages. So under campaigns, we can see we have 4 campaigns here, and the type of campaign is bolded. So we sent 1, 2, 3 regular campaigns and 1 social post. And you can see for the social post, it has different information here. So reach, impressions, engagement. It's 0 because I don't actually have real Facebook or Instagram accounts. I created them just for these videos. But for these, you can see this was sent to 1 person, 1 open, and no clicks. This was sent to 115 contacts, 10 opens, 0 clicks. There was nothing in these to click on, so that makes sense. So always be aware of that. If your click rate is low, then make sure you actually sent something you wanted people to click on, right? So and let's actually look at this one, because this is an example of a simple poll or survey. So it was sent to 111 people. It says there are 0 opens and 0 clicks, but remember, clicking on a survey or a poll does not count as a click. So let's look at the report. And here you can see what the open rate is, what the click rate is, the industry average, which is important to see your list average versus industry average to see if you're higher or lower. And then here, because we had a poll in here, we can view the poll results. So if we look at the poll results here, we can scroll down and see this is how the voting went. 4 people voted on very much for how likely you are to recommend Chimp to a friend. 2 people said possibly, 2 people said not at all. So, and that's the percentage. If we click on it, then we can see exactly who clicked on what from the poll. So we can see that these 4 people clicked that link in the poll. So that's basically campaigns for reporting. So if we go back to reports, click on automations, we can look at similar things. So we have 2 automations here. One is a welcome email that has 1 single email. The sales funnel has 3 emails. So we can see how many times it was sent, how many times it was opened, how many times it was clicked. If we mouse over it, we see the actual numbers. If we move our mouse off of it, we see the percentages. So let's look at the sales funnel report. We'll click view. So here we can see how many people have completed the automation, 0. How many emails were sent, 2. If we have it connected to our store, we can see how many orders, the average revenue, and the total revenue, which is helpful. And then here we can see the normal stuff like open rate and click rate. And if we scroll down, we can see each of the 3 emails and click the reports per each individual email. So this report up here is the entire automation sequence. And if you have 3 emails, it's looking at all 3 emails. And then down here, if you click on a report, you'll see the report just for that specific email. So this is the first email in the automation sequence. And again, you see all of these things. How many opens, how many clicks, bounces, unsubscribed. Then you can see the top links clicked, subscribers with the most opens, Frankie and Daisy. And then you can see if they've shared it, how many people tweeted about it, how many people clicked on the URL to your campaign archive, and then how many people liked it on Facebook. So that is reports for campaigns and now automations. This was all the automation stuff. So now let's just go back into reports and click over to landing pages. So landing pages, we can see the reports for how many people visited, how many people clicked, and then how many people subscribed. So if we click into a report for one of them, let's click on the webinar one, we can see again visits, clicks, subscribes, and the conversion rate. So here we can see the overview based on dates. So how many people visited or clicked per date, and that's about it. So The reports are very useful because you can see what's working and what's not. And for myself, I always like to look at reports in relation to other things I've done. So if I'm looking at a campaign, I want to see, okay, what is the open rate and click rate of this campaign compared to other campaigns I've sent to the same people? So I'm looking for things that either go a blip up, so either they were much more popular, or a blip down where they were not nearly as popular, and then think, okay, what did I do in this campaign that made it either a lot better or a lot worse compared to my other campaigns? Same with automation sequences. If I look at a report for, say, an entire automation sequence, and I see some emails have a lot of opens and one doesn't, then maybe I need to change the subject line. If they all have the same number of links to click on and one has a lot more clicks than all of the rest, then what did I do in that email to get more people to click on a link versus all of the other emails? So for all the reports, I like to think of it in relation to the other similar things I've done on my list. So hope you have a better understanding of reports. Thanks so much for watching.